Welcome to Beer Disciples. I'm Ross Quintana.
And I'm Richard Callaham.
And we are going to try a beer that I'm very excited to try. It's the 2Times IPA from Southern Tier Brewery, one of my favorite brewers, but I haven't had this, so we are looking forward to it. 8.2% alcohol on that. Go ahead and crack it open. It's got a 97 overall rating on Rate Beer, 72 for its category, but usually they underrate, I've found, Southern Tier beers in my opinion, because I think they're really excellent. I think they're better than that. It's a double IPA, and Beer Advocate has it as an A for their rating. So let's just take a look here and see what we got. On the bottle, it says brewed with 4 varieties of hops and 3 types of malt. That sounds pretty good to me.
And Southern Tier is based out of Lakewood, New York.
Let's take a look at this pour here. Let it get a little bit more agitated. Look at that. For something that clear, that was a pretty slow action pour for that. I think they do a pretty good job on their carbonation anyway. But boy, that is crystal clear there. I can, see straight through it. You're kind of ringing the bell there like I didn't leave you enough or something. Yeah. Looks pretty pure.
Yeah.
So
very inviting.
So let's rate this here. We usually rate on appearance, smell, taste, mouthfeel, and drinkability. So that's our standard that we use. As far as appearance, I'm going to just say that looks pretty much clear honey almost. Just a honey color, medium two-tone pour.
Look at that bright white head.
Yeah,
I haven't seen a head that white in a
the
long
head
time.
is really bright white. It's like it's pretty impressive. A little bit of lacing there. Let's check the smell.
Oh, that's what I want in an IPA.
Yeah, they did it right.
Wow,
I feel like that's
very sweet.
Vanilla clouds, and I'm dancing across them.
It's this smells as good as like some of those fragrances like at Bath and Body Works, like how they really nail a flavor. This is very sweet with a slight citrus hint.
What I love about Southern Tier is that their balance is great. They never just build a beer. It never smells like they threw ingredients in and saw what came out. It always feels like it's just in perfect balance of what they made.
But every time I have a Southern Tier beer, I'm always like, did I overhype him in my memory? Like, is it going to be worse than I remember? It's always better than I remember. Southern Tier is the best brewery that I've come across.
I'm going to go 4 or 5 out of 5 on that.
I got to give it a 5. It is fantastic smell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I gave that for smell. Yeah, I'm going to go 4 or 5 on smell. On appearance, out of 5, I'm going to go a 4. I was impressed with the slow action on the pour for being as clear as it is. The color is beautiful, but I'm not used to drinking such clear beers.
I think for a double IPA, I'd like to see a little bit more cloudiness. I agree. Yeah. I'll give it a 4 on the
it almost went Coors on the...
I actually was thinking Bud Light, but I wasn't going to say it.
I know, I don't want to say that, but I thought, wow, okay, but I know they know how to make the beer, and there's going to be something inside there, so let's taste it here.
Smell was a 5 for me, just to...
Okay.
It's amazing. Sweet right up front, some bittering hops in the back. They don't overpower. A little bit of a struggle in the mouth, back and forth between hoppy and sweet, and I think it ended on a hoppy note. It's very sweet for a double IPA.
Yeah, the first thing that I noticed, and I knew I was going to get it from the smell. I could smell the sweetness in the smell right off the bat in the nose, and so I thought, okay, this is going to have a pretty sweet body, and pretty balanced. I would like a little bit more hops, to be honest. For double IPA, I felt like the sweetness, usually what they do is they have such good malt body characteristics that it allows them to put more hops in and still manage the balance. And here I felt like I did get that sweetness, but I felt like you could have maybe given me just a tinge more hop. I just get a little hop at the end, as far as their hop profile. I get a little up front and then more at the end. but I feel like they could have given it a little bit more, being double. Still pretty impressive, and it's going to make up what it doesn't have in a little bit more hop body, so to speak. It makes up for in drinkability then. So that's probably why people like this.
Yeah.
And you get that sweet, so almost it is like a honey.
Mm-hmm.
I get that on right now as the afternoon.
With the mouthfeel, I think it's sticky. You can see on my glass here how the lacing is sticking to the side. That's kind of how it sticks in your mouth too. It's sticky, kind of like honey.
Yeah, I would say sticky. It's got a little bit of a drying, and but that sweet malt body sits right in the middle of your tongue, and mouthfeel. It's kind of actually a little bit impressive. I'm gonna go with a 4 on that on taste. As I let it a little bit more in my mouth, I'm getting more of the hop. I guess at first I was getting that rush of sweet malt. Pretty well balanced. I'm gonna give it a 4 on the taste for me too. I thought this is good.
Yeah.
And drinkability, I think it does have such a balance and a smoothness that you could really, this is the perfect beer right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a warm weather beer. I'm gonna give it a 5 on drinkability. I think I agree with your the numbers that you put up there.
For a double, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. So overall, my impression of this beer is I'm thinking A- is where my head's at.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with an A- on this, and they gave it an A on Beer Advocate, and I think A- for me is just right. There's a little bit more growth, like you said. I'd like to see it a little bit cloudier, maybe just a little bit more of a hop profile, but not much. Just a little bit.